All right, man. Let's get this last draft, live stream out the way. The draft is tomorrow. I ain't gonna lie, I missed the draft the way it was when I was a kid. Before the shit went corporate. You can go Saturday, I think the draft. Yeah, the draft was on Saturday through Sunday. I think you get like rounds 1 through 3 on Saturday and then 4 through 7 on Sunday. I just thought that was maybe it's just nostalgia. But now they done made it a real event and now it moves around. It's no longer in New York City every year. You don't no longer see them guys go to the stock market and throw some balls out in Times Square. And, it's different now. So everything is always due for a change. And I'm going to get my last thoughts off. I'm not going to do no mock draft. I don't think I watched enough college football, and I damn sure didn't watch enough, do enough spotlights neither. So, like I said, people didn't support the spotlight, so I just stopped doing them. I ain't go through with them, so I'm not going to continue to waste my time on content that people don't support and don't want to see. Maybe I'm looking to see if I can get some game footage legally on YouTube, but don't hold your breath about that. I literally probably don't have the time to break down the film anyway. But like that and edit it and all that. But word on the street is Aiden Hutchinson is the pick. Very conservative as usual. The Lions have been drafting some form of offensive line, the majority of the last 12 years, ever since Stafford was drafted. Post-Stafford draft has been tight ends, offensive linemen, defensive linemen. And if it ain't been them, it's been in the first round. I'm talking about it's been the linebackers, DBs. I mean, it's been, and then when they don't go conservative, they go for cornerbacks. So I mean, shit, that is what it is. So, like I said, I'm almost at my breaking point with the Lions. I'm 33 years old, and I'm literally almost at my breaking point with them. So, if Holmes and Campbell, or Holmes or Campbell, if they end up splitting up, if this regime in some way can't get it done, I'm done. I'm not gonna keep wasting my time on Sundays passing up, double time, triple times over the years. And, I'm not going to keep wasting my Sundays watching them. If they it's insanity. Definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and getting the same results. But, you know what it is. Like Carlos Monzon from Was He in Free Press, the same shit Detroit News said. He said a rebuild don't start till you get a quarterback. Last year was supposed to be this year. You had Spencer Rattler, guys that could be sleepers like Emory Jones. I mean, had a lot of different quarterbacks. We passed up on Fields, and we don't know what caliber of player Fields can be. The book is still out on everybody. Everybody talking about this draft of quarterbacks ain't that good. How last year was supposed to be the best quarterbacks of all time. And Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence shit the bed. So did Justin Fields. He shit the bed. So we can keep going on and on about, what their projection is. Mel Kiper ripped the Colts back in the day for not taking Trent Dilfer. He said Trent Dilfer was a generational quarterback. Like, come on. He blasted them for taking Marshall Faulk, I believe it was. They've been showing the clip. I mean, shit, you never know. Trubisky, when would he go top 5? You think about it, just think about it real quick. And you say, well, he went top 5 and Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson went later than Patrick Mahomes. Where was people standing up on the table for that stuff at? So they really don't know what they're talking about, and especially clouded when you go quarterbacks of color. Not even the Hawaiian quarterbacks get the criticism of black quarterbacks. Not even Alabama quarterbacks get the criticism of black quarterbacks and the fine tooth picking of black quarterbacks. Or Ohio State, they don't. They don't get that criticism, man. And I'm gonna start off there. Then I'll send some invites out. We get our final thoughts with everybody. So they don't. Black people in general, bro. Look at Kayvon Thibodeaux. He had one play where he made a business decision. Motherfuckers getting blown out. He had one play, and that's what they focus on. Oh, his interest in football. Everybody got interest outside of football. Shit, Dan Campbell like to go to fucking, Starbucks and get 35,000, venti cups of caffeine. You know, it's just the honest truth. So they talking about, you're always nitpicking people, bro. Like, well, Kayvon doesn't do this, and if it's just about the durability, fine. But last year you took 2 players with your first 2 picks who didn't play college the previous year, and you're gonna get banged up. But Levon Nazorki didn't do anything because of the back injury. So I mean, historically they drafted Melifanu too, back injury. You know what I'm saying? So the Lions ain't really had the best track record for drafting people with durability neither. Amir Abdullah, Titus Young, Ryan Bros. I mean, Tease Tabor can never stay on the field. Jeff Okuda can't stay on the field. And I know that's not a Brad Holmes per se issue, but it's just a fact. You know, he drafted 2 players last year that I can think of. I can't remember the whole draft last year. I can think of, an undrafted guy who all, gonna be, missing some time. He re-signed Romeo Cora, who gonna be missing some time. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't, you really can't predict who gonna be healthy. And not only just that Romeo Cora, you change the scheme, he struggles. Okay. Nobody ever thought to ask him this damn question, like, do you feel comfortable standing up? And obviously he didn't. He was trash standing up. So when it comes to people of color, I don't care. We can have this conversation. I don't mind having uncomfortable conversations. There's a different status. You ain't even heard that Aiden Hutchinson fart stank. You ain't heard nothing bad about Aiden Hutchinson. This motherfucker is a saint. Nothing. You heard a couple people, small channels or new media YouTube outlets talk about the Georgia game. Nobody talk about how his arms was too short or how he got dominated by SEC competition and the Michigan competition, not that good, how he not that fast. You notice that? Like, it ain't been nothing said, even with Jacksonville coming to take Trayvon Walker, which, Aiden Hutchinson, if you deem them edge players, and what you look as an edge player is a pass rusher first. Can you rush the passer? Can you set the edge? Then we worry about, can you run? Can you stop the run? Because we can hide you on the backside sometimes. You can stop the run. We get better at that. Stopping the run is probably third behind setting the edge for most people. And first being, can you rush the passer? When you talk about player for player, as far as what you want from an edge, I mean, Hutchinson is shitting on Trayvon Walker. So you drafting Trayvon Walker on potential in the combine and athleticism. That's you draft him on. And people, they tell you, well, you draft Hutchinson, what you drafting him on? Motor, leadership, his pass rushing repertoire, his ability to bend, and his ability to be in that quarterback sack range and bring the quarterback down. That's what you're talking about. You're talking about throwing Thibodeaux on there. What you drafting is, I would say, the best player coming into this draft. All that shit that he quit and all that, man, one play, made that define. I don't read into that. His current concern is durability. But when you talk about somebody, athleticism, he got a nice package of moves, maybe not much as Aiden Hutchinson, but Hutchinson don't have no athleticism. I mean, I'm going to say he's not the best athlete. He's not the strongest. He's not the fastest. He got to beat you with technique. That's it. And when he can't beat you with technique, he can't bull rush you, can't run around you, and just technique. And that's a hell of a thing to lay your hat on, too, because at the end of the day, athleticism come and go. Technique, consistent technique never comes and goes. And that's the honest truth. But with Thibodeaux, you getting, solid technique. You getting great athleticism. You getting a nice package of moves. It's not like he got 1 or 2 moves. He got like a little crossover move. He got the bull rush. He got a little, save a lot, the Dwight Freeney spin. He got the rip. He got the swim. You know what I'm saying? He got enough moves, and he twitchy, and he played, he ain't scared to throw his body around. That might be why he dealing with some injuries and shit like that. But, he played with power. He take speed to power. And, only real nitpick on the field other than durability, but on the field is occasionally in rare occasions when offensive lineman able to get inside his arm length, he has a hard time disengaging. That's it. You talk about Jermaine Johnson, which, I would prefer them take Jermaine Johnson at 2 over Aiden Hutchinson. And I would understand people saying Kayvon Thibodeaux because the durability, one thing you get from Jermaine Johnson, he played in Georgia, he played in the SEC, just couldn't crack the rotation when he went to Florida State. It was a different ball game. He fresh, You know what I'm saying? He don't have a lot of mileage on his body. He got pass rushing moves. He got the perfect pass rushing body. He was durable during the ACC. Durable at his time with Georgia. I mean, what else you want? Speed, power, and just probably little things he got to brush up due to the lack of repetition in playing. So, I mean, shit, if Georgia found a way to keep him on the field, that shit would have been wild. So, if you had to ask my honest opinion, man, not to hold y'all up, it's Malik Willis for me, Kayvon Thibodeaux, Jermaine Johnson. Those are three I'm going with up top. If I had to stay at number 2, if you had to ask me like number 4, who would I go with? It still wouldn't be Hutchinson. I wouldn't mind taking Stingley or Sauce Gardner above him or one of the tackles. That's where I'm going. So if you had to ask me what's your 5 for number 2, being reasonable and not reaching, my 5 would be Malik Willis. Number 1 is top of the board. Number 2 would be Kayvon Thibodeaux, but him and Jermaine Johnson would be close. Kayvon would kind of be like 2. I think Jermaine Johnson would be 3 on my board. I probably would say 4. I'll just probably take the talent in Stingley. And 5, I would have a tie between, depending on what tackle there, the Alabama tackle and Sauce Gardner. Those would be my top 5 that I take at number 2 without, really, really reaching. But you can support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. But yeah, it's a lot of petty nitpicking, bro. People don't want to hear the truth. It is what it is. They nitpick Malik Willis, and what's not to like? There's some footwork issues. Well, shit, Trevor Lawrence had a lot of issues. Trevor Lawrence was a turnover machine in Clemson. Go look it up. What else you don't want? Arm talent is he gonna come in the league with one of the biggest arms there is. He built strong. He not built skinny. He not being built frail. Character, good. Read defenses, play recognition. He can do that too. But like I told you, what's the breaking point for Malik Willis? For the Detroit Lions is they conservative. They never take risks, and when they take risks on guys that's too slow, who quick, not fast, like Tease Tabor, Amir Abdullah, or they take risks on guys that had injury histories like Ryan Broyles, or they take guys who had mental problems like Titus Young. They take the wrong risks. They take the wrong risks, and they don't trust their locker room. They want choir boys, and they never win like that. And the biggest reason is Sheila's not about to pay Malik Willis Jared Goff $30 million to play Malik, whatever it is, the going rate for me in number 2 overall. And therefore, like I said, Brown Holmes was bought here. He was the cheapest option at GM. He had no experience, so he probably got the floor price for being the GM. And they want him to do an exceptional job. And they want him to go shopping at Save-A-Lot and make a Jay Alexander, 4 or 5 star meal. And that's just the honest truth. Trey Finesse, what's going on? Alex, my boy Alex, what's going on? Renardo, salute. Buffalo in the house. The Bills. On the Bills got a song. John Bradshaw, what's going on? He said, I heard Ice Cube supposed to perform Friday. Well, that's kind of like, don't you say that's kind of like a conflict of interest for Cube, but I'm not going to get going into that on this channel at the draft. Okay, he is a Raider fan. Here we go. That too, Mark, they ain't doing it, man. They not doing it. He said this draft, this is the only draft where I honestly have no idea what the Lions want. Oh, you have an idea. They going Hutchinson if he there. If it ain't Hutchinson there, then you probably gonna say they're gonna go. Okay, let me give you an honest opinion on it. And the thing is if Hutchinson there, he's the pick. If he's not there, it's probably gonna be between Kayvon Thibodeaux, Trayvon Walker. They gonna drink the Kool-Aid, and probably one of the offensive tackles. And if we had betting odds on this, far betting odds they trade out of there, which they should trade out of there. Hutch, Kayvon, or Hamilton, I'm good at all, and I'm not good at Hamilton. I mean, I'm not drafting no safety that run a 4.6. I'm sorry. None of number 2. If I move down to 16, if I move down top 10 fringe, I have no issue with it. Hutchinson, not a fan. Not a fan. Good player, but, I look at more of a 15 to 30 guy. Just honest opinion. I don't know, man. Maybe that Georgia game shut his buzz off, but Hamilton, no. Thibodeaux, yeah, out of the 3 you name is Thibodeaux. You don't take a safety that run a 4.59. If it's Eric Berry, Sean Taylor, guys like that, yeah, you can't be the team that continues to draft out of position. Just sorry, you can't. You can't be the team that keep, taking DBs inside the top 5. Eagles, every DB was damn near injured on their team in the championship run. They still won. So can't be that. You can't be that. And Hutchinson, like I said before, I'd rather move out there in New Orleans. I'd rather trade 2 before I take Hutchinson. I trade 2 to New Orleans for 16, 19, 49. Common sense. Hudson come in here and be dominant. That don't really guarantee a win. I'm telling you the truth. It don't guarantee you're going to win football games. Ask Khalil Mack over there in Oakland. Because I don't think he never made to Las Vegas. Ask Myles Garrett in Cleveland. Come on. They had 2 number 1 overall picks I can think of in Cleveland. Had a good defense. Their corner is the highest paid corner in the league right now. Come on. They had the best 1-2 punch in football in Chubbs and Kareem Hunt. They had a plethora of really good tight ends. David Njoku, the Brian guy. They had a dominant offensive line. At the right tackle went to Michigan State, Jack Conklin. So like I said before, everybody going crazy over a dominant pass rusher. Well, shit, Lawrence Taylor needed films and Hostetler, and he needed them to score points. He needed other talent around them. These edges getting traded like, they getting traded like, at a kindergarten lunch table. They mama keep making sandwiches they don't want. Somebody else like them. It's getting traded across the table. It's not the truth. You're going to sit here and pay them motherfuckers all that money, and what's going to change? Before I take Hutchinson, man, you don't get faster on defense. People comparing them to Bosa, Joey and Nick. The old Joey never lost a rep at Ohio State. I think it was Joey. Can I compare that to him? Yes, the athleticism numbers is there, but I've never seen the Bosa kids get their ass whooped the way he got whooped by Georgia. Never seen it. In Georgia, it ain't like Georgia had young Jason Peters, coming out or Walter Jones at fucking offensive at tackle. They had guards who don't even have first or second round grades. The Big Ten has been watered down. It's been watered down. So, of course he going through the Big Ten and he making his noise. Name me the last big hardball player that elite in the league. Like top 5 at their position. Andrew Luck gone too if you're going to go to Stanford. Who? Shit, McCaffrey ain't even top 5 no more. Shit, he getting injured. Benjamin Folks, salute. And you just got to pay attention to what the media do. Aiden Hutchinson don't have... They ain't slandered that nigga when they ain't one time in this draft. I heard somebody say something anonymous. No, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and they always propping up the white boys. I'm sorry. I got to say it how it is. Or they always ignoring what they do wrong. And now they nitpicking Thibodeaux because of one play. Well, we could turn on the Georgia film and see, Aiden Hutchinson, get his lunch took. You want your cornbread? Man, he ain't even asked. He just took his food off his plate. Because I don't respect Big Ten players. I'll be real with you. I don't respect them. Not in this day and age. Not when Larry Foote with Charles Woodson, Lamar Woodley was playing, That's when Ron Dane, that's when I respected Big Ten players. That's when it was a fucking conference. And of course, yeah, they got some good guys that came out. Yeah. But if they ain't from Ohio State or they ain't no elite blue chippers, man, or they ain't no offensive lineman from Wisconsin or Iowa, I really ain't even paying no attention to him. He said, look at Kirby Joseph. He said Hamilton after that, Elliott signing, not Hamilton. Well, Elliott, he signed for peanuts. He signed for peanuts. It ain't like they went over there and took I don't even know. Let's throw a name out there. It ain't like they went out there and got the honey badger. It ain't like they went out there and got the honey badger. If Hamilton, you find a way to get back in the top 10 and move inside the top 10 or outside the top 10 and get them, I'm not opposed to it. But that Elliott signing, who the fuck is that? Like, what's that dollar song? Like, who is that? You know what I'm saying? At least I know who James Hedabo was before he got to Detroit. It ain't like, it ain't like Kevin Binyard or something like that, bro. Like, he making peanuts. And to take every safety off your board for Tracy Walker and Elliott, that I don't think that's smart. But I wouldn't put it past Detroit. I wouldn't put it past him, James, what it do. I never wanted Okuda. It was a bad day for us, man. I don't want Kyle Hamilton in the top 5 neither. That's another bad day for you. Now if you say, well, 10, 15, somehow he slides to 32, and I know he had an injury that probably played a part on his combine, but if I'm that boy, I wouldn't have ran. Oh, my legs still hurt. I running my pro day. That's what I would have did. But maybe he thought he was gonna run something better than the 4.59. So, but yeah, that's my opinion. Will Hamilton go out there and be the best player in this draft? Who knows? Somebody undrafted could be the best player. Tom Brady is the best drafted player in the history for value where he was drafted at. So, yeah, you never know. It always looked good. He said a word is this will be a defensive draft without in a wideout first round. I think Pittsburgh and Tennessee select Willis Pickett. Detroit would trade back and get someone in the second round. It is what it is. I ain't mad. But I'm not trading in the second round, and I'm not getting no real capital. I'm not losing the 32nd pick for a second round pick in the 5th. Or not for a known commodity. If I'm moving 32nd, I want 2 seconds in some capacity. I want a second this year and your second next year, because we're not going to take a quarterback this year. We need to pile up on the draft capital. So if we somewhere in the middle in the gray area, we can get one. And that's what we need to do. If not, if I can't get that deal, I'll take a second and third this year for 32nd. But like I said before, Brad Holmes I ain't got no faith in him after one draft. Still up in the air. Yeah, when Levi Nazorki, I was high on, he looked good in preseason, didn't translate. Melifano looked good week 2 versus Green Bay, and we didn't see him large part of the rest of the year. So I still don't trust him, man. I still don't get him the approval rate. I'm sorry. He gave the Los Angeles Rams a Super Bowl. I'm not gonna let that go. You ask me, you get Bill Parcells to be the GM, Mickey Loomis, shit. You get James Smith right here. James Smith, I'm gonna ask you right here and right now. If you was a GM, would you have made that trade for Matthew Stafford? Honestly, would you have taken Jared Goff back, or would you just would have traded Stafford and took the picks, or traded him elsewhere? Would you would have took Jared Goff? Let's say you don't know what you know now, that Jared Goff was this bad. On that trade, would you would have took Jared Goff in that deal? Let me know. Would you looked elsewhere, or you just took the picks? I've been fine if Brad Holmes was like, it was either, take the deal or, take off in the deal or not take off in the deal. And a lot of fans are so dumb, they don't put one and one together. He literally handed his old franchise a Super Bowl. And don't be surprised if they don't send him a fake ring on the low. He gave him a Super Bowl. He said, I hope we can trade. And they should trade back at this point. The middle of the draft has got the same value as the top of the draft. Unless you're talking about, it's a ton of offensive line talent in this draft. A ton. It's a ton of offensive line talent. You can move back and still get somebody talented. You can move back and still get a guard. And eventually if he athletic enough, I can move him to right tackle. That's all you're trying to do, because Sewell proved that he can play right, left. So you don't have to draft the guard that can move to left. You just drafting the guard that can move from right to right guard to right tackle. That's all you're really looking to do. So you're not looking for a premier left tackle prospect. If you get one, that's fine. Because that way, if Sewell get in, or did he get injured, Sewell can slide to left. We don't have no issues. So that's just me, in my opinion on it. So I can get that prospect in the middle of the draft at 16. Or you can't get a Hutchinson. Is what it is. Maybe I take a chance on that kid from the Penn State, or Boye from Minnesota, and I develop him like we did Ziggy Ansah. Detroit has never been at they never had issues developing D-line talent. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe, who else out there? Maybe I check a flyer on George Karlaftis. I don't know. You know, so I mean, it all depends. It all depends what you looking at. I don't see Myles Garrett. I don't see Peyton Manning. I don't see Cam Newton. I'll be real. I don't see that. You know, but don't mean that can't happen. I don't see Walter Jones. I don't see Tyron Smith or nothing like that, or Trent Williams. Fine. So it's no value at the top of that draft. I'm sorry. Now somebody might go out there and be a stud. And if I had to be a betting man that's gonna go out there and be a stud and change your franchise around, it probably won't be a tackle because nobody really pay attention to tackle play, but they could help. I'm just talking about just public view. I would say the biggest ceiling out of all these dudes is Malik Willis. He's the biggest ceiling. Now, and he also probably, in most people's mind, got the biggest bust factor, and that's fine. Tim Couch bust, Keely Smith bust, Jamarcus Russell bust. You know what I'm saying? Alex Smith was a bust for a minute, and you know he figured it out. So I mean, it happens. It happens. You know, but the Lions are a very conservative franchise. I've been telling y'all that. They want to win a championship at the cheapest rate. Is that a Star Wars cup? Oh yeah, I got this from Amazon. Because my other Star Wars cup, man, it got water. I got it from GameStop. It got water inside of it, and I couldn't get it out, so I had to toss it. This is a Travis cup, a Tervis cup. Excuse me. It's sweet too, bro. Keep shit cold, all types of stuff, man. Got the Wookiee on here, Chewbacca. You know, C3CPO. Oh, everybody in the loop. Han, Obi-Wan. You know, I think got Layla somewhere on here, don't it? I might have Layla on here. Yep, she got Layla. Yeah, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, bro. Stormtroopers, you keep spinning. Yeah, huge Star Wars fan. Been watching this since I was a kid. The Lions might pick somebody or two we ain't never thought about. Yeah, you might be right. Might be right, Terrence. He said, I think he had to take off to make the money work. Hey, maybe he did. I respect if he came out and said that. But that ain't what he said. He said there was a number of teams that really wanted Jared Goff, and he was lucky to get Jared Goff in the trade. That's just I've been going off what he said. I'm just going off what he said. So I mean, maybe that's the factual thing about it, dude. But like I said before, it is what it is, man. If Hutchinson is good, I'll be the first person to come on here and say, he the real deal. But I just, I'm not like he a top guy. I'm sorry. And I'm not this big guy that, you got to have a dominant pass rusher at your rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I even understand the left tackle. Now, if it's some can't miss guy like my boy Myles Garrett, then yeah, you got to take it. But I just think Thibodeaux, he might be that guy. But if he can't stay healthy and then our bets off, no, they could have traded Stafford and let them deal with getting rid of Goff. We would have been right where we are regardless. Maybe the top pick instead of Jacksonville. Facts. Yup. Facts. And he took Jared Goff because he loved Jared Goff. That's just the matter. That's just the fact of the matter is. He was the reason they drafted him. He stood on the table and drafted him. And all the bitching and complaining that Dan Campbell did last year about Jared Goff, dude. Like I said, and they gonna go into next year with him. I'm telling you, in my opinion, what happened was Sheila said, I'm not about to pay Goff $30 million and also pay a $10 or $15 million quarterback per year to play behind him. I'm telling y'all what it is. They can't draft a quarterback. And let alone Malik Willis, bro. Come on, the last time they had a black quarterback, Charlie Biatch. Dante Culpepper too was there, probably somebody else. But somebody that they drafted, like Andre Ware, Charlie Batch, Rodney Pete. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, like James said, if they never drafted Jared Goff, dude, we'd be exactly where we at, dude. Literally. They could have took Jameis Winston and he would have got more wins than Jared Goff. Yeah, that one he probably would have had 50 picks, but shit, he would have won at least 4 games, at least 3. You know, they could have sat there. And they could have sat there last year, and they could have took some capital this year. They could have got back in there and got Mac Jones. They could have literally took Davis Mills. Mac Jones and Davis Mills are the 2 best quarterbacks. They could have got back in that deal, and they could have got back in. They could have got back in that in the draft with the capital they had and took Justin Fields. They didn't do it. And Justin Fields had one good game all year, and who was it versus? The damn Detroit Lions. So, like I said before, when he made that move for Jared Goff, and then he turned around and got desperate because he knew he didn't do what he was supposed to do. He sat there and he drafted offensive line, defense. You know, he had a good balanced draft. He knew he messed up when he didn't get a outside receiver. And then at the last minute, he traded more draft capital to take Trinity Benson, who was non-existent last year, which didn't make no sense because you knew he was just learning football and changed the scheme and changed the playbook and changed the scenery and changed the quarterback. It just made no sense. They the Lions, bro. It'll never fail. You know, they never went out there and Parcells offered to show Matt Millen how to run a team. You know, Mr. Ford told him no, it was a wrap. When they fired Matt Millen and they promoted Tom Lawine and Martin Mayhew, they should have showed you the level of incompetence that they had. You go 0-16 and you don't clean house. And matter of fact, you promote within. Then Martin Mayhew and Lawine got in trouble with draft, and they hired this Brian Sanders dude from Denver. He came in, showed them how to organize a draft board, had one good draft, never heard of him again, right? Then you go to New England, and we all know Bill Belichick. They can't draft regardless. How about that? They can't draft worth a lick. So, you know, like I said before, they're going to forever try to win a championship at the cheapest dollar. They went out here and got another guy who's never done the job before. That's what it meant. People want to praise him and say he's the greatest GM of all time or in Detroit all time. Fine. But he came in telling y'all the level of incompetence that they had. He came in and they sent Matthew Stafford, was an organizational decision. They sent Matthew Stafford and they gave him a championship. He gave his former team a championship. And the Forest gave their favorite former son a championship. And you got to look at it like that. And on top of that, they took a piece of shit back in return. Come on, that's like going to trade your Ferrari in, you know, and you taking like a 93 Ford Escort. Come on. That's exactly what it is. And if you couldn't win the championship with the great Matthew Stafford, how do you win a championship with Jared Goff? We're going to surround him with talent, okay? And I'm a bag Halle Berry. Come on. By 8:30 tomorrow, we will know the fatality. Is that what they said? Fatality by Detroit Lions. We wait. Lions remain. The Lions shake my head. And that's true. That's true. A lot of people mad at the Pistons right now because you know, a lot of people crying, oh, I don't want Jalen Brunson and Brunson this and Brunson that. But you want DeAndre Ayton. How did that make sense? If a championship caliber team don't want DeAndre Ayton, why would in Detroit want DeAndre Ayton? I just don't never understand how the fan bases think. For me, it's Jalen Brunson, Zach LaVine, Mohamed Bamba, or Thomas Bryant. Those would be the 4 major ones I could think of off top. Malik Monk, he not major, and Gary Payton the third, or is it the second? I think it's the third. So, you know, them the ones, you know, them kind of 4 or 5 guys I'm spotlighting for them in the offseason. You know, just as free agent. So yeah, I'm a Jalen Brunson guy. I'm a Jay Wright guy from Villanova. Just go hire Jay Wright to be the coach because Dwayne ain't gonna cut it. Already try. I know Hamilton ain't fast, but his instincts, awareness could probably take him far. Ray Lewis wasn't the fastest, but his work ethic was crazy. Hopefully Hamilton work ethic takes him far. But I'm not just taking him in the top 5. That's what I'm saying. That's just all I'm saying. I'm not saying I won't take him at all, but I'm not taking him in the top 5. Period. Just period. You know, that's just my opinion. Now, 8, 9, 12, 15, 19, shit, maybe even 7. Maybe if I don't smoke weed, maybe if I hit the blunt, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if I hit the blunt, maybe 6. But outside of that, probably not. Or inside of that, probably not. Just my opinion, bro. But yeah, I like Hamilton a lot. Just didn't like the athleticism. Josh in his bag, salute. Where that Zion picture go, fool? Got rid of Zion already. Yeah, something going on, B. I don't know. Oh, there you go. There you go. Michael Mike, salute. Wow, what's going on? Michael Mike, salute. That's just my thing.
I'm here. I've just been quiet.
Yeah, I ain't taking no. I just if I'm somehow 16, 19, or I get 10, 9, 8, 7, I'm not mad at Hamilton. I'm not mad if they go offensive tackle tomorrow. I'm not mad. I'm gonna be at peace with it. But I'm already prepared. Now, if they take Malik Willis, y'all just gonna come over right now. I'm gonna go live from the couch. Hollering and screaming. Just know that right now. They take Iminaku dude to tackle, I ain't gonna be mad. They take a tackle from Alabama, I ain't gonna be mad. They take Hutchinson. I'm gonna win the citizenship award tomorrow. I'm gonna be nice, But if he fuck up and don't do nothing, I'm gonna just be the first dude to say I told y'all so. But my pick is Malik Willis, Kayvon Thibodeaux in order. Malik, Kayvon, Jermaine Johnson, the Alabama tackle, and at the worst, Stingley or Sauce Gardner. They're my picks. Johnson is bad. He said, "B. Taylor
as he gets right there."
Yep, and if they take a tackle, fuck it, man. Our offensive line should be the best next year, regardless of injury.
What they do?
Yeah, that Matt Nelson kid was playing last year at right tackle, boy.
Yeah, true.
He was playing. And then we didn't get to see Stenberger because he got injured.
Yeah,
last year.
man.
So they got some.
That
they got some depth.
Line coach, man.
Yeah, they got some depth. So I mean, those are kind of who I ain't mad at tomorrow. There's a couple guys I like. I like Javon. That's a Brisker kid from Penn State too. The safety, Daxton Hill. I'm not opposed to taking David Ojabo somewhere in the second round. I mean, even at 32nd. Who else we got? I really ain't heard much of that about the Devontae Wyatt guy, but he on Georgia D-line. He must be good. Jordan Davis, I ain't opposed. They took Jordan Davis at number 2. It'll be a reach, but I would understand. So man, it's a lot of just different dudes there, man. So I mean, I don't know what would shock me tomorrow. I mean, they couldn't shock me tomorrow. Because it's just not like RG3 or Andrew Luck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the top 50 is
it's parity. It's parity. And a lot of times you look back, what's going on? A lot of times you look back on other drafts, a lot of times it's better prospects outside the first round. What's going on, Benjamin?
Man, I just came in to say, man, I hope he go get Jordan Davis, man. It's a lot of haters, man. I think they do the monster, bro.
I mean, you would have to move down with New Orleans for that to happen. They ain't gonna take him at 2. I told you, I move down
and get him.
My thing, I'm moving down. I move down from 2. I take 16, 19, 49 from New Orleans.
Can you hear me, CJ?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yep. I take 16, 19, 49 from New Orleans.
CJ?
Yeah, I hear you. Yep. You're kind of breaking up now, but I did hear you at that point. Like I said, I take 16, 19, 49 from New Orleans. I take 30. I take the 32nd pick. If I could flip it to the Jets or I could flip it to the Seahawks for their 2 seconds, I would. If I couldn't, I'd take a second this year and a second next year. If I couldn't do that, I'd take a second this year and a third this year from Seattle or somebody else. And that's how I roll. I control the whole draft. I have 16, 19, 34, right?
Would you take
34.
Davis at 19?
Absolutely. I'll take him at 16. Absolutely.
If we get him, I'd be real happy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But then again, you got some things to figure out if that happened. McNeil might have to be on the move. I know
a lot of people don't like him, but I like him.
Any motherfucker that move that's that big that move like that.
Yeah. A force, absolute force.
You find a way. Him and Lee McNeil, athletic too. They might find a way to kind of keep them both there. And on known rundowns, it'll be a wrap.
Right.
Ain't shit coming through the middle. That little inch and yard the lines be needing when people be trying us on fourth down. Shit.
Yeah,
And goal line.
That's a big boy.
Yep. Him and McNeil big and athletic. Aleem McNeil. That'll be a wall. Put in Zorky on the end.
Yeah, rotate him around. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Like I said, it's just as good a value in the middle of this draft as the top of this draft. I'm trying to tell people.
But I just feel, man, we gotta lean one way. We gotta lean offense or lean defense, bro. We got picks next year for other stuff. Which way are we gonna lean? Offense or defense?
Well,
bro?
last
Trying
year,
to go back and forth gonna leave us in the same.
I do, I'm always best player available, but if you put it that way, they should have went all offense last year in support of Jared Goff. I said that.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they got caught lacking and tried to, patch it up with Trinity Benson, and it didn't work. Yep. So if you go on all offense, then you might be looking at, like I said, people got mad. I take these 4 first-round picks the next 2 years. I take them hoes to Arizona. Give me Kyler Murray right now. Give me Murray. We'll pay him.
I would love for that to happen. That's not going.
I would take these 4 first-round picks and give me Kyler Murray, boy. Go ahead. Sure. I'm just saying, like, man, they ain't gonna. Where else you gonna get 4 first-round picks? You get 2 this year, and 2 next year. Y'all figure out the rest of the BS. But we know that's not gonna happen. They too conservative.
They're too conservative, especially when you look at what Cleveland gave up for Deshaun. We could have outbid them, dog, easily, dog. Yeah, it was horrible, man. We ain't gonna put up no effort for Kyler Murray.
Nope, man. I mean, like I said before, and then they gonna, if Malik Willis is good. I mean, people. I mean, I knew Justin.
I feel like we were getting him. Vegas would know if we were getting him by now, so I'm pretty sure we're not getting him.
They've been wrong before, but we're not getting them. They right, but. Like I said before, they can literally go anywhere. If they want to go, if they trade down, they can literally do both. Like I said, you had 2 picks in the. Well,
they trade down, yeah, but at number 2, I mean, Vegas.
Yeah, you got 2 picks in the first. That give you a third there, and then if I can move from 32nd and get the Seahawks 2 seconds, so I can get a second from the Seahawks and a third from the Seahawks, or the same from the Jets, that give you an extra second right there at the bare minimum. And then you would have 3. If you got a third from them too, that'll give you 3 threes. So even if you didn't get the 2 seconds from Seattle or New York, and you got a second and a 3 from them, you would have 2 in the first, 2 first-round picks, 16, 19. You turn around and have 34, and you'll turn around and have 35 from the Jets. You already have 49. So that's 5 picks in the first 2 rounds. Then you will have 3 threes. You got a compensatory 3. You had a Jets 3, and you have your natural 3.
You think you get K9 with that?
Man, hell yeah! You had 9 picks. You would control the draft. 3 in the third. You in that scenario, you would have 3 in the second. My bad. You will have 8 and 2 in the first.
Yep, you'll be able to move how you want to, like the Dolphins.
Yep, or you could just say, you know what? Take them picks. Give me capital next year. We'll load up next year and go get the quarterback that we want. Right. You can do whatever there and still have shit to blow. You'll hear the Lions on the clock all night. They had no other choice but to talk about us.
Yep. Facts.
That's it. Or you can say, you know what? I got this capital. Let me go get Debo with some of this capital. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do with that capital. You can still end up with Jordan Davis. Stingley might fall because of the injury history.
Or like, screw all of that. Quarterback next year, take Garrett Wilson at 2, take Traylon Burks at 32, and then get busy with him. If you're not going to take Willis, load up the arsenal then. So when you do take the quarterback, you're ready because you already got the line. Don't waste this.
I don't think you want Malik Willis, bro, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's going to have a lot of hate coming his way, bro. Like, a lot
of love coming his way, too, in Detroit.
I feel like it'd be 80-20, hate versus hate over love, bro. He got a lot of haters, right? There's a lot of people that just don't like him, bro.
There's a lot of people that came on here and changed their mind too.
That's when you talking about you playing against your city. That's a lot to go through, bro. Especially in Detroit.
Take a look back. They was hating on Cam Newton. When you black and you the number 1 quarterback, man, it's gonna be some shade thrown your way. I mean, I hate to pull that card out again, but if you're talking about what they say, I ain't about that because it's all about what I see, and I don't care what they say. You know what I'm saying?
Flat you don't. But would that affect him on the field? He'd be like, "Damn, like what they gonna say about me this week?"
The backup
get so much love.
The backup court. The city of Detroit to come out and support him. Then
they gonna have his back, dog.
Yeah. So you'll have more Detroiters down, and a lot of people starting to see. I knew when I looked at the tape and people was going around saying that he was a runner, he couldn't read defenses and all of that. I knew that was hogwash, dog, when I watched the tape, bro.
It's that time of year, CJ.
Yeah, like I told you, man. Look, think about how good Patrick Mahomes was and how good Deshaun Watson got. Deshaun Watson,
that's crazy, bro.
How did Deshaun Watson fall that far?
Bro, destroyed Alabama twice.
What more do you have to do as a quarterback?
And Malik Willis only problem was choosing Auburn and him starting Bo Nix over him. That was a mistake.
When Trevor Lawrence beat Alabama, he was set to go number 1.
But he was throwing picks left and right, though. He was turning that rock over his whole college career.
When Deshaun Watson did it, they was hyping up Mitch Trubisky.
Twice, D. Taylor. He did it twice. He just lost one of those times, but he still put up like 400 yards. Like, it was crazy.
I'm telling y'all, man, they doing the same thing the other top prospects, for Hutchinson. You ain't heard nothing bad about Hutchinson, bro.
They been talking about his arms lately. A lot of people, they project him to fall, bro, because his arms, bro.
But you done heard everything about what Trayvon does.
Oh yeah, of course.
Trayvon looks solid to me. He looks solid to me.
Only issue I got is durability. Like, you start talking about durability, I'm like, I'm good. But you got to remember, these kids, dude, they still underdeveloped minds, dude. They gonna make mistakes. Think about the stuff that they covered. So
you don't think Hutchinson falls tomorrow?
He gonna fall to us. That's where you gonna fall.
No, I think he gonna fall below that.
You want to make a bet on that one?
Man,
I'm willing to bet, and I ain't the biggest betting man around.
Well, you know what? I did say if the Lions will get him to sell tickets because that would be a great
I told you. We could bet some. We could bet some of them Penny Hardaways that come out. If I get them, I'll send them to you. You get them. You be
I hate those shoes. I hate those.
I don't get that nigga the autograph from then. If auction those off, auction them off. Shit, you closer to him than I am. Well, we can do the Jason Kids. They releasing.
Hey,
you can't get
quick story. I could have pulled up on them, but I was busy at the time. Quick story.
It is what it is. You got plenty more opportunities. Like Imani Bates might be coming to Michigan. I might give me some tickets. He said we need a quarterback like Willis, but they don't think he's a smart quarterback. He doesn't know how to go through progressions or read defenses. This is what people are saying about him. Well, Mitchell Trubisky didn't either, or Patrick Mahomes. Alex Smith didn't either. This is why you coach him. But he does know how to go through progressions, dude. So that's bullshit.
Right. That's crazy.
Josh Allen didn't know how to do it neither, but he doing pretty fine, right? Or am I tripping?
Doing better than fine.
So if he had a running back, if they actually ran the ball instead of trying to have a shootout, that's like trying to have a shootout with the greatest show on turf. Why would you do that? And Kansas City got the most picks in this draft. They got 12. So don't be surprised if Detroit don't make a trade with Kansas City. They can't fit all 12 of them rookies on that roster. So don't be surprised if Detroit don't do no willing dealing with Kansas City, dude.
Kansas City, they took care of their offensive line. They about to load up at wide and skill position.
Christian Watson. What
about that? Load up.
Oh, that tight end from where's that tight end from? Hold on.
Virginia.
No, the other one, the one that ran fast as hell. Colorado State. Trey McBride. Yeah, that nigga ran like a 4.5. Wow. Man, they about to load up. If they were smart, they will pair another tight end with Travis Kelce like New England did with
I already know what they about to do. They about to get Sky Moore, shifty route running wide receiver, and just watch them get him in like the second round, and y'all gonna be like, who that? Well, y'all know who he is because he played at Western. But the rest of the people
Pickett's might fall to them. That's the one thing about Detroit getting a receiver that should scare you, because once you look at this board, like I said, it's gonna be a lot of willing and dealing going around with a few teams.
I like Minshew the third too.
Yeah, but once you start looking at the board about teams that need a wide receiver, bro, just in front of us, Buffalo can take one, Dallas can take one, Arizona can take one, Green Bay, they need to take one. I mean, Pittsburgh did lose Juju. New England probably could take one, but historically they take a lineman down here. Shit, Tampa, they lost Antonio. Green Bay again. Kansas City could take one or two. Cincinnati, you know they ain't scared to do no dumb shit. They got 3 receivers, but hey, whoever knows, you know. So, like I said before, man, it's gonna be interesting. But you know, it's gonna be some receiver trigger happy teams down there. And don't sleep on Tennessee taking a quarterback neither.
Oh, most definitely. They
don't
need
sleep
to.
on that.
Yeah.
They need to.
I'm telling y'all, when Carson Strong start lighting the world on fire, tweet his knee go out, man. Remember I told y'all. Remember I told y'all about Carson Strong. He said I need that same energy for this pick, like I saw last year up here when they won the that first game last year. Dudes were celebrating like the Timberwolves, but man, because niggas did not want to go 0-16 or go 0-17 in the 17th game inaugural year, bro. Nobody wanted to go through that, bro. I mean, only happier moment we had last year was when the Pistons won the number 1 overall pick.
Hopefully it happens again.
I mean, to me, it don't matter. As long as they're in that 4 to 5 range, they got this kid named Keegan Murray from Iowa. I heard he pretty good.
You
heard of him?
No, please.
You don't like him? You don't like him?
Here you go. No, he good.
No, I don't know. I'm just saying. I heard he was pretty good. He going to slide the top 5 now.
I mean, he's good. You know what he is? He's a Sean Marion type.
I mean, he's been at 5 for about.
Oh, you know what Sean Marion got on the Twitter space and started going off. You ain't hear that?
He had to get his respect for sure. He had to get.
He was a hell of a player.
I mean, because he can guard 1 through 4. You know what I'm saying?
He a hell of a player, bro. He can shoot it too. You look at his numbers, dog. Today he'd probably be top 10 player today, bro. This is what he can do. You know, he'll let Arizona take Jared Goff. He said, I probably my Malik Willis is raw, is what people gonna say about the kid. Well, Trevor Lawrence is raw. He threw like 20 picks last year. Zach Wilson couldn't even show up he didn't even show up in time. His mom was too busy going around clout chasing off of him, trying to get that box popped. I know what you're trying to do.
Was Ben Roethlisberger raw coming out of Miami of Ohio?
I mean, every rookie is gonna be raw. That's a rookie.
True.
You know, and it is what it is. But we know they not. So whoever you go to, man, if he goes to the Steelers, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. They're gonna give him the tools that he need when he ready. It's gonna be interesting.
We got a chance to be dynamic here. We got a chance to be dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously here, man. Like, it's so frustrating, man. I hope they smoke screening for a trade, but it's really pissing me off, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jared Goff definitely didn't deserve to be just a straightforward starter. Like, you really telling Detroit that Jared Goff is what we got to look forward to next year? Like, man, he had all the protection in the world last year and couldn't do nothing. Tim Boyle coming in doing the exact same thing he doing.
Facts.
Same thing. Like, you will look at the game like, oh, which quarterback out there? Why? Because they look the same.
You ain't lying.
They had enough block to make some throws, but they ain't good enough to win the game. You know what I'm saying?
At least Boyle will toss that bitch up down there, though, every now and again. He will air that hoe out.
This Willis kid that time that they had to roll out, and they want to talk about him checking progressions. Man, he had a paper-thin offensive line at Liberty. Man, look at the tape.
But then RG3 say that he could check through the progressions. He's a good quarterback as far as reading the defenses and everything.
Yeah, RG3
said that. Yeah.
So what's the big deal then? That's my whole thing. Nobody is mentioning that, but the main thing people want to mention is that he can't. He's not a good thrower. He's more of a runner than a passer. Nobody's bringing up the good intangibles that he brings to.
Can I ask you a question? What school did Trey Lance come from last year? He went what? 4?
Third.
What school did he go to?
North Dakota State.
That's Division 2, right?
Yeah.
What school did Josh Allen come from? Wyoming. What school did Carson Wentz come from? North Dakota State.
Yep.
So he played at Liberty. They still played Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
They still played a few teams, and he held his own. Ole Miss, he held his own. with G League players, with high school players, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
man, it's a black thing, man. That's what they.
Of course it is, bro. Trubisky, man. No, people didn't even know North Carolina had a Division I football team.
I didn't even know about Trubisky coming out.
Hey, and I know y'all been paying attention to how Deshaun Watson acting like he loved Cleveland. He would have loved to come to the D. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, same place. Same place for sure. It is.
No, bro.
Yeah, it's the same place. They got the hold on. They got the highest car insurance in the nation. So it's pretty much, man. Like I said before, yeah, Ohio done got their shit together since niggas used to go down there and pony down. It's the same damn shit. The street's different, you know what I'm saying? Detroit got different, way of dressing and stuff, but when you talk about the major shit that's gonna matter to him, it's the same shit. It is the same shit. You know what I'm saying? They might not have casinos and stuff in that nature, you know what I'm saying? But it's the same setup. Him coming from Atlanta.
That means a lot too. Nightlife,
Yeah,
that's why people go to these Miami areas, LA, and all of that. A nightlife. Cleveland has no nightlife, bro.
I mean, you got their own.
You gotta take your ass down to Cedar Point.
Hey, bro, when you're a millionaire, you bring the nightlife to you.
I mean, but like I said before, Baker Mayfield had an old girl give him some behind the Cheesecake Factory. That nigga married, so he was making a do. But like I said before, man, all that living in Miami and shit, man, that's cool.
You can bring Miami to you when you got that kind of the money they make now, bro. It's different, bro.
You can't bring that weather with you, though.
We can't bring the weather.
Can't bring the weather. You can't.
You can hop on that jet and get there real quick, though.
That's what Vince Young was doing, hopping on the jet after losses, going to Vegas to gamble. That's what Vince Young was doing. Had he kept his ass in the books, man, Vince Young would have been one of the greatest. CJ 2K1000 probably would have ran for 3,000. Shit. He's talking Michael Mike Support Channel Cash App $sign CJ Good 313. So they said first round picks for who? Jared Goff. No, we good. We'll find a way to dump Jared Goff off. Call Waste Management. They can get rid of Jared Goff for us. Shit, shout out to all the brothers working at Waste Management. He said, I personally do not want him, but if they take him, I'll support him 100%. He can play. I don't know what people know. Will he be successful? Hey, we don't know. But it's a lot of other quarterbacks that had, less physical tools than him that, that ain't. Like I said, for my quarterback board, it's Willis, Corral, Strong. I'm good on everybody else. If they take Pickett, okay, I understand, but I'm good on him. But he talented. I don't know much about Bailey Zappi. I never got around to him. Man, as soon as they said Dorsey was leaving, I'm like, he must want Malik, and Holmes wants something else. When Malik runs on us for 150, 300 TDs, 300 yards, 3 TDs, they should be fired. My thing is this. If he don't do shit else in his career, he gonna do that to us. If he don't do nothing else in his career, he gonna have that type of. Joey Harrington came back from Miami and flamed us. Yeah, he ain't do nothing else, and that was before that little accident he had too. How we see it, damn, the Lions don't draft Malik Willis, draft Pickens, draft Brees, and Goff ain't no excuses. He gonna 6-10, get injured, and we gonna give him 4 years. It ain't no excuse. It wasn't no excuses last year.
That sounds so much like what they'll do.
Yeah, there ain't no excuses last year.
Hey, nobody want to admit that. Like, even if they double their win total, they gonna give Goff an extension, man. That's what.
Because Brown Holmes like him.
Yup. He didn't bring him here for no.
He here to sabotage us. I'm telling y'all, man. When he took Jared Goff, he here to sabotage us. I'm sorry. His Super Bowl ring is in the mail right now. His Super Bowl ring is in the mail, man. He should get one too. He made LA Super Bowl winner. Shit, Martha should have too. Or no, whatever, should have too. Shoot. Let Stafford go where he wanted to go to. Should have sent his ass right to Carolina. He probably would have won there too, though. Sent his ass right to Carolina, dude. We would have had Pickens. We'd have had
where you want to go, Stafford?
We would have had Sewell, and we would have had Sewell, and we would have had Justin Fields.
Yep.
You did so much for us. Winning all those playoff games, Stafford.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, dude. I'm like I said, when they took Jared Goff, man, I'm just waiting for him to get his extension, dude. Like everybody else. I'm ready for him to get it. Detroit just.
Hey, can I ask y'all this quick question about Stafford, man? So, do y'all ever remember at one point in his career where people weren't really feeling Stafford like that when Calvin and Sue and them was here? Do y'all
Because he
ever
started
remember
opening
that?
his mouth. Because he started talking. People say you should get a quarterback guru. He was like, "Nah, I don't need no guru. I can do it on my own." Oh man, you don't remember that? That's
I
when he
remember
started.
that.
That's when he started talking. Like he just started opening soliciting and shit. He just didn't go, yeah, no, he started speaking his mind. I remember that. I remember that shit. That nigga started saying, I don't need no quarterback guru. He started snapping at the fans. Yeah, people got real short memories. But yeah, I remember that. He started talking. And he just started sounding like an idiot.
Definitely. Because people just want to act like he just gave us everything that he had. I'm like, what has he won in 12 years with the Lions?
That nigga ain't never had the beg for a contract, bro. Never. He never had to beg for $1, bro.
True. My main thing is your boy Calvin got 3 All-Pro mentions and multiple Pro Bowl honors, but what did he get?
Nothing, man. And then Calvin Johnson, he also got Calvin Johnson, fucked up too. Back, ankles, all types of stuff, bro. Nerve issues.
Oh, you see his finger?
Yeah.
He
got offensive line fingers.
Them boys is messed up.
But hey, it is what he won a championship, I'm happy for him, and they ain't shotgun to win one next year. Allen Robinson, Detroit's own over there. So be it, bro. Detroit gonna continue to be conservative, and like I said, if this home shit don't work, man, they don't at least get a playoff win. I'm off the freight, bro. I'm just talk pissing. I'm gonna start talking about the Red
freight
Wings
right now. That's not gonna happen.
I'm gonna get off that freight, dude. I'm just gonna talk about Tigers and Wings and Pistons, bro. Hopefully Troy Weaver do something.
Start watching baseball.
They talking about they want DeAndre Ayton. I'm like, why? If a championship team don't want to retain and pay DeAndre Ayton, why would I? I like Brunson though. I ain't the part, but I'm not about to give Brunson no fucking generational wealth though.
Right, that's all I'm saying. I like the kid, but y'all talking about writing that type of check, y'all need to chill out.
Look, I go 20. I go 22 and a half, 25. But if I'm gonna go 25, I might as well just go pay Levine a 30.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean at that point, But
right now we don't know if he even likes running with Luka, so we got to see.
But one thing you know about Brunson and Levine, they can play with somebody else ball dominant, and they can still be effective. That's where their value is in Detroit. When Lonzo and DeMar DeRozan was playing, Levine still was able. He wasn't a misfit. But Luka got one of them highest ball usages out there, probably higher than LeBron this year, thanks to Russell. And Jalen Brunson.
Don't be surprised if Killian is traded sooner than you think, bro.
Man,
don't be surprised,
man. He gonna get the Sayoko Deboye.
I'm telling you right now, don't be surprised if he's traded sooner than you think, bro.
Look, he gonna get the Sayoko Deboye treatment. He gonna get traded somewhere, and they gonna just cut his ass. He gonna be in the G League in France.
Don't be surprised if he traded next year, bro. So I'm saying,
here, if he get traded, he gonna get the Deboye treatment. They gonna pull up his real birth certificate, find out that he like 45 or something like that. Tom said we for sure drafted Willis. We're gonna do what the 49ers did last year. I mean, that's competent. You must be talking about the Detroit Vipers or some shit like that. Shot, a real competent franchise. And he said, because we can get an edge at 32 or 34. You thinking too smart, dude. You not thinking like them people that's mad that Elon Musk bought Twitter and it's about to go down. Hey, look, that's where I'm be pumping all my content through on Twitter. I'm making B. Taylor start a page on that hole. You can say whatever you want to say on that shit, boy. Man, I'm gonna just start off saying the F word 25 times.
Right? Don't you hop up in my space with that bullshit. Don't you hop up in.
Hell, boy.
You really not gonna be allowed to Dallas now, CJ.
Man, look, man, you ain't lying. They fight Dallas. I'm going if they fight Dallas. Nigga, I'll be in Vegas, man. They come on September. I'm gonna be in Vegas.
You better bring security with you.
I ain't worried about it,
CJ, bro.
Oh wow.
I ain't worried about it, dude.
I don't know. He got some enemies in Dallas.
Hey, what Sebo say? He said, "What Sebo say? Birds in the kitchen." He said, "I'm more strapped than the white boys out in Waco. Don't worry about that."
They gonna have shooters like the Mavericks out there.
I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. I got niggas in Houston, Fort Worth, Dallas. I got niggas everywhere.
I don't know about Dallas.
Man, I got niggas everywhere. Shit, half a nigga, like 25% of Dallas. Hey, 25% of Dallas from Detroit.
Hey, man.
Hell yeah,
I got
25%.
people down there. I got
people down there too.
Arrow spins on your head, man.
Man, I'll fight that nigga, man. I'm gonna get my ass whooped. I'll fight that nigga, man. I'm a sue too. So
He gonna get you on the airline. He gonna get you on the airline like Mike Tyson for you to land.
I'm really gonna get paid then. I'm for sure gonna get paid.
Was it YouTube shit she said?
Hold on.
I'll just lay out. I'll just lay out soon as he touch me.
I'm gonna sue the airline, all of them. I'm gonna sue all them motherfuckers. I'm gonna be like my man from Kevin Hart from
Since I lost to Terrence Crawford, I'm gonna get your ass.
That's what it is. I'm about to get paid. Go ahead and swing that purse that way, boy.
Oh man,
my YouTube setup gonna be sweet. I'm gonna hire producers and shit. He said should have sent him to Houston for Deshaun Watson. They waited for him to get cleared. He said Boyle blog straight bums. People happy. Man, we ain't seen blogs since his rookie year, but his numbers are straight that year. They have great casinos. He said Cleveland does have a night left. Y'all bug. They got casinos in Cleveland.
Yeah, I think Dan Gilbert brought it out there.
Oh, okay.
I can see that.
Needed by the Lions, bro.
Free 3-on-3 salute. He said Chicago Bulls is cheap. They're going to move on from. Well, you can just flip over Jeremy Grant. That way you absorb some. That way you able to maintain some cap space too. And if you could dump Kelly Olynyk, somebody can absorb that cap space. You will virtually have still about 20-25 million to spend. So you can not only swing because Dallas said they ain't doing no sign and trade. It sounds good right now though, but you virtually could say, if you say, all right, let's say I'm just saying Levine get 30, Grant worth 20, that's a $10 million difference. So you still they got 25. So you still got 15 left. You get rid of that 13 Olynyk guy, you got more money, you got closer to 30 you have. So they can it's just about getting people to come here. That's it. That's all it's about. It's about getting people to come here, bro. And then you can move Jeremy for a lottery pick, and that's probably the cheapest, more cost-effective way to do it. Move for a lottery pick, add another 5 there. Draft whoever you're gonna draft at the 4, then bring in who you're gonna bring. But I'm gonna say this: I want Gary Payton. What is it, the second, the third, whichever one? He got 2 sons, Gary Payton. Don't y'all know that? He had chicks pregnant at the same time and shit. So it's 2 of them niggas. But that's another story for another day. I love bringing Gary Payton from Golden State to the D. I love that. He a pit bull on the ball, boy. I love that, dog, because he gonna get in there and defend. I would love to bring Malik Monk in too. So
yeah, Monk would do good.
Monk would be nice here.
We'll have to dump off Frank Jackson.
That's your boy. You gonna cry that day.
I'm gonna cry like a motherfucker.
I like Gary Payton too, because he give me them Mike James, Lindsey Hunter vibes on that team. He'll put bull on the ball. You need guys like that that's gonna get their hands dirty. He bring that mentality too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get Marcus Smart, man. I wish we could have got Marcus Smart, boy.
I remember I was talking about that a long time ago. Remember?
Yeah, he a pit bull too, dude. They wouldn't be where they at without him.
Sure, he ain't leading.
And that was smart move him to starting point guard, bro. He should have been there a long time ago.
Y'all talking about Jared Goff getting a contract? You gonna wake up one morning and be tested on? You gonna turn your phone, go no. Jimmy Grant gets 5 years, a quarter $2 billion from the Pistons.
Damn.
So that's complete total darkness right there. That's complete total darkness.
You gotta do the video. You gotta do the video with the lights cut off in the room.
Bro, I wish I could find that video, bro. I swear to God, I wish I could find that. He might have deleted it because he probably was like, "Yeah, this is a dumb video."
Yeah, I clown that nigga on Twitter about that shit, nigga. I bought that shit. He probably deleted that shit because I clown that nigga. Hell yeah, like nigga, man, I clown that nigga like, man, hell yeah, this motherfucker.
Everywhere he go, just lose. God,
and then everywhere Andre Drummond go, it's sweet.
Like, just lose, bro.
Man, crazy.
Andre Drummond might be coming back, but no. If I take a big fella, it's gonna be Mo, Thomas Bryant. That's it. DeAndre Ayton, he just don't defend, bro. If he defended, I wouldn't have no problem. If he defended the rim, bro, he can pass, he can post, he can do some things, but he just don't defend.
Man, I'll get Kessler, man. Have to go get Kessler.
He nice, but I'm more of a Mark Williams or Jalen Durham type of guy. But I'm mad at that.
Yeah, they too high though. They too high. He ain't gonna be able to pick right there.
I don't know. They right now they floating around the back of the lottery or in the middle of the lottery.
No, it's all good until that draft camp show up. That's all you'll see.
Durham probably go top 8 at least.
He might.
Hey, I got some breaking news for
y'all.
y'all, man.
That's
Go ahead. Hold on. What's the breaking news?
I seen some Bleacher Report said Jags split on #1 pick. Owner Shad Khan leaning towards Hutchinson, while GM Trent Baalke seems to be infatuated with Trayvon Walker.
And that's the GM that. Hey, that's the GM that. What's my man's for the Tampa? The OC. From the Jags, he played quarterback. The brother.
You talking about Brian Leftwich?
Remember that he was the coach in the Jacksonville, but he wanted the GM fired.
Yep.
He wanted to bring something, and they ended up hiring Doug Marrone.
Yep, I remember.
So he was the GM that was still. I think he'd been there with Urban Myers. I think at least. So, I mean, like I said about Trayvon Walker, what you drafting is a run stopper right now, and you hoping that he develop into a pass rusher. And if he does develop into a pass rusher, you know, literally, he might be one of the most dominant players in the league. That's what you get.
True, but who overrules? The owner?
Who cut the checks?
Right,
true,
for sure.
True.
Like when your daughter or your kid asks your girl for a cookie, and she say no, and who they come to? The breadwinner. Yeah, go ahead and get a cookie. You know, they always know who the boss is. They always try to underboss first. Kids are
because y'all remember Lane Kiffin wanted Calvin Johnson. Al Davis said, "Fuck that, Jamarcus Russell." Remember?
And Calvin Johnson was the player that he usually draft. True. You know, they took Jamarcus Russell because he threw at the 50-yard line on his knees and threw the ball through the uprights. That's why they drafted him.
Yeah.
You know, and then you ever see that interview with Zach Morris he did with Rich Eisen about how he knew when Jamarcus Russell wasn't the guy? He said that he came, you know, he held out and came out of camp early. And they said, well, you know, you missed a rookie show. We want to throw you a rookie show and you show us, you know, where they show their talent and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he said Jamarcus Russell came and did the rookie show. I think he might have said he turned on some music. And he came with a bag. His talent was he grabbed the money in the bag and just threw it up in the air and made it rain in the meeting room. And that was his talent. That's how he said he knew that he was going to be a bust.
Wow.
He said he looked at the coach. He said, how is this going to be the leader of our team?
Wow.
Crazy, bro. Ryan Leaf had a crazy story about how he got recruited in Miami, how he was in the limousine with Dwayne Johnson when he played, Warren Sapp, how they went out, did some crazy shit. And he said the reason he go to Miami, they wanted him to be a tight end instead of a quarterback. He just used the visit as a party visit. Crazy. Wow. Think back on that shit. Like you was in the limo with The Rock, my nigga. It was somebody else too.
And then you already know what they was doing for them recruits then. So
that
night was a heck of a night right there.
Now you talk about somebody that's a good storyteller. Ryan Leaf got some shit, boy. Ryan Leaf got some stories. Let's talk about what Ja did to Beasley last night. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he hit that three, man. You got to remember, he missed a whole bunch of games, you know, towards the end. People don't understand about momentum and conditioning, too. You can't miss 2-3 weeks of basketball and think you're going to come back and just, like, shit ain't moving. Like, you know, KD, like I said before, he probably still was injured. I ain't making no excuses for him, but he probably still was injured. John Morant, he had to get his mojo going. And like I said, the way it's shaping up, if they able to get past Golden State, bro, they might make a run because they got them fresh legs. Yeah, it might make that run because they got fresher legs. And you know Chris Paul probably gonna get hurt as soon as Devin Booker get back or before that too. So to me, it might be Luka or Memphis here, but I'm gonna still roll with Milwaukee if Middleton can come back out the East. But out the East, it might be
what did you think about Boston?
Yeah, it might be that year too.
We're playing like a well-oiled machine.
Don't they play Milwaukee next?
Boston coming out the East, bro.
They might, but man, Giannis, if they get Middleton back, Giannis ain't gonna do what Kevin Durant did. He healthy or whatever going, man. Giannis, they ain't got no answer for Giannis, dog. Nope. And the difference is too, the Bucks got the
who's the four on Boston?
Huh?
Who's the four on Boston?
Probably Jason Tatum.
Al Horford.
Whoever the hell it is. He gonna get cooked.
They gonna bully him.
He gonna get, man. Giannis might be the first.
No. They got Big Robert back. Big Robert.
They gonna bully him.
Don't matter.
They gonna bully him.
Don't matter.
Man,
people
gonna do it.
I mean, Boston got. Hey, I ain't tripping. You right. Boston got a lot of momentum. You probably right on that one.
So Boston got some good perimeter defense, though.
Yeah, but Milwaukee a problem too, though, man, because they got that experience, though. But
they both got length on their side.
Yeah, but Giannis don't care what type of length you got. He going, man. Giannis the best player going right now, and it ain't no debate, bro. It ain't even.
Well, I
close.
said we need to find that Giannis stopper, man.
Man, you ain't gonna find.
It might be one coming up in this next draft, bro.
You might look. You ain't gonna find a stopper.
No,
you might,
CJ, look at a guy coming up next year. He's the number one pick in the draft. Bro. I can't.
Yeah,
think
the foreign dude, the one that Oklahoma City Thunder already in the tank for.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, man. The thing about stopping him is when you want to know when he really became unstoppable. It wasn't even about no jump shot. When he picked up the weights and he put that weight on, bro.
Who?
Giannis. When Giannis put that weight on,
look, bro. Look, y'all really need to hit y'all brakes right now, bro. Y'all need to chill.
Hit your brace. Watch snakes.
Like
fake niggas ain't part all they right in your face.
Do his thing, bro. Giannis is not going to score 100 points, dog.
He might be the first. He might be the first nigga that averaged 50 in the playoff series.
He's not going to score 100 points, guys.
He's going to expose.
Let's not forget who swept us in the playoffs last time. We actually made it.
It'd be funny because Jason Tatum and Brown are more likely to score 50 than that. You know what I'm saying?
They better, man. What BG say? Cash money is the Army. Better yet, the Navy. You better call the Navy and the Marines. They can't hold him. They can't hold him, bro. He about to go the fuck off. They not.
That's why I was asking who's going to guard him in that series.
And if Drew Holiday and Grayson Allen just got a trip,
you gonna put Marcus Smart on Drew. Who else you got, bro?
Man, look, all Grayson Allen got to do is just get in Drew head and take one for the team.
Grayson Allen.
Yeah, he got to just go ahead and just go out there and trip him or kick him in the groin and shit and get Marcus Smart ejected for the.
I think that's gonna go 6 or 7, man, for sure.
Oh, what about y'all think about that white boy for the Pistons that left Milwaukee, the one that killed us in the national championship game, Dervin Chinko? You know, he said he went out of Sacramento. He ain't going back. So I think about adding him.
I'll bring him here.
Yeah, maybe off the bench or something like that. So,
I'll bring him off the bench.
The white boy that one that dropped the N-word. They found out before the draft.
Diminishing or whatever his name is. Villanova.
Yeah, he dropped the N-word after revealed that after the game. Or during the draft.
Italian cat. Of course, he Italian. Of course, he can say that.
We good, bro. We good.
You don't like him off the bench?
No, we good, bro.
You don't like him off the bench?
He's straight though, but no, we straight.
Go get Brent Forbes, man. Go get him, bro.
I like Brent Forbes too. Yeah, he can shoot that hoe. What about Lonnie Walker?
That's who I would bring in for real. Lonnie
Walker. Get Brent Forbes, man.
Lonnie Walker.
Him and Cave go crazy, bro.
I like Lonnie. He probably
Lonnie.
Lonnie cool too. He on Spurs right now.
Lonnie a ball out if he was on Dallas.
He's a free agent right now. He's free. Yeah.
I'll take a flyer on him.
If I was Portland, I'd try to get him.
He said, "Y'all agree Willis a right-handed Vic? He ain't that fast in my opinion. No, he ain't no damn Vic. Vic was more a runner. He more of a passer, bro." He said, OKC got so many first-round picks, they can have the first round to themselves. You ain't lying. At some point, you got to cash in. Remember, Boston had all them first-round picks?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And they could have got Paul George and Anthony Davis, and they never really cashed in. So, but yeah, let me get out of here, man. I don't know. I probably won't go live. After they make their picks, I might go live. So I'll send all y'all niggas, man, invites and stuff, man. But appreciate y'all.
Yeah, it's going to be a hell